Hey everyone, welcome to another segment of VR for the Win. I'm Winnie, and this week we actually have some very special guests joining us from all the way from Canada. We have the developers of the new game called Evasion VR that's actually coming out. Anna Marie is in the back over here helping me kind of make sure that everything is up and running and sharing some of the footage that you guys are seeing. I am joined by Seb from Archiact. Did I pronounce that right?
Hi guys.
Hi. Welcome for joining our stream and answering some questions, letting us know about the game, and having an early preview of Evasion VR. This is actually
Pleasure to be here today with you guys.
Thank you. So just kind of jumping right into it, Archiact is a VR development house, and I think, how long have you guys been around, just to give us some background?
So the company has been around for roughly 3 years now. We've been working on a different kind of game, AR and VR, but really Evasion is really the top game we've been developing so far. So
Okay, so you're mixing AR, VR. So you're a young company. How many are there of you in the company?
so we are up to 80 employees roughly right now.
Whoa, 80
Yes,
employees.
it's quite a big studio. I think we're among the biggest studios in that field. So.
Wow, that's great. So is it all focusing on VR and gaming, or is it kind of split between AR also?
We're mostly focusing in entertainment and gaming, yes. But we both have team in working on VR titles and AR titles as well.
Okay. So this game, Evasion VR, has been getting some love. I saw the game out at a couple of shows, and you're actually previewing.
Just evasion.
And it's just Evasion?
Just
It's just
Evasion.
Evasion. It's not Evasion VR. It's just called Evasion.
Yeah, Evasion.
Okay. This game is coming out for HTC, Oculus, and PSVR. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes,
And
on October 9th this year. So next month, pretty much.
in a couple of weeks, that's going to be exciting.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Indeed, yeah.
And
We're all very excited.
and this is could be a single player, multiplayer online, co-op. So you've covered kind of the gambit of, if there is a game that you want to play, this kind of shooter, whether single or co-op, this is definitely a great title to try out. Can you tell us a little bit about the storyline as to what are we looking at right now, and what is the context of the game?
So Evasion pretty much puts you in the center of a special op team that gets called to a remote mining colony called the Pharaoh Mining Colony, who's calling for help. And once you show up out there, you discover that the alien race called the Optera has pretty much overrun the place, and you need to figure out why they did so, and you gotta also try to save the miners on that colony. So that's roughly the high level idea of the story.
Okay, so playing as co-op, how many players? Is it just kind of like team based if you want to do that for co-op? How many players can you play up to?
So the game plays two-player co-op. We have a single-player campaign that can also be played in co-op, and we also have a what we call a survival mode, where you can also play co-op and go through a series of waves, that get tougher and tougher as you play.
Okay. I mean, I'm just looking at what's happening here. So you're kind of first person and you're shooting, and there's different things that you can do within the game. I see there's shields, different types of, I guess, guns and ammo that you can select from. Do you kind of get better ones as you advance, or is it hidden? How do you kind of unlock some of these things?
So the idea is that yes, indeed, the shield plays a huge component in the game. We really want that intense bullet hell shooter. So in order to promote that, we also wanted to give the right tools to the players. So the shield is definitely one of the biggest components. We also have 4 classes, so each class is going to feel different. You're going to have different abilities, different kind of power-ups, if you want, and the weapons indeed will feel unique per class. So we really want to be encouraging players to try all kind of classes and really feel the differences between the play styles. And obviously in co-op, it's really gonna enhance that experience because you can really figure out which class is gonna match up your play style the most. So
Okay. What kind of play
very exciting.
style do you do? Like, which is your favorite role to play here?
My personal one is engineer. I really like being the engineer. By the way, I just want to mention we have also among these classes, we get two female avatars, so two male and two females. So we really want to be targeting all kind of audience, not only guys play shooters, obviously. So we really want to promote that idea, of choosing different classes and different
Yes, because
gender.
females
Sorry.
can be warriors, right? I mean, obviously there are. So it's good that
Exactly.
it's being shown and represented. So that's always good to hear. That's good. What is this? So I've read multiple times, and you describe it as bullet hell. What is bullet hell?
So, just like the title might let you think about it, the idea is that we want this game to really promote that intense firepower coming at you from all kind of variable enemies, right? The different various enemies. So, you're going to be challenged to be blocking and dodging a lot. The title Evasion is really something we want to promote. So, you can't just stay pinned down in a location and just wait for bullets to be blocked with your shield. You're going to have to be constantly on the move. You're going to have to be dodging, taking cover, crouching. We want to enhance anything you can do in VR, obviously playing in a 360 space. So we really wanted to put more emphasis on that, this idea of lots of non-stop, action and non-stop projectiles coming at you.
So you're going to be hit from multiple angles at any time. So that's what it
Yes,
sounds
we
like.
get ground enemies and flying enemies, as you can potentially see in some of the videos in the background. So really, this idea that you cannot just run and gun in some of the traditional first-person shooters. This one, you're gonna have to really assess what the enemies are, and the way they're gonna, the kind of strategy you're gonna need to use, in order to defeat them. So we're very excited about the game. It's something we've been working for 2 years now on, and the team is super proud and super excited to get the game finally released so people can actually play it. So
That is great. I see that there's some vehicles in just some of the screenshots. Are these things that you could jump into, or?
no, we don't have vehicles in the game. I think what you might have seen might have been actually some of the flying enemies also. We have different size of enemies. We get small enemies, but we also have like massive kind of mini bosses, if you want, with a lot of firepower. So it's something that no, we really wanted to focus on the first person shooting experience. So no vehicles in the game.
Okay. And what engine did you build the game on? Is it
So the game runs in Unreal 4, Unreal Engine 4.
nice? And Unreal 4
Yes,
always
so we
has great, beautiful output. So good choice.
exactly, and really the idea was to really kind of make that AAA quality type of game with a smaller, agile team. So we have a team of 25 people working on the game.
Wow.
And so we're very proud of containing that number to a small team, and really not falling into the classic AAA 150 people working on a game, right? So yeah.
That's great. Are there, as you're kind of moving around, are there kind of hidden, unlocked secrets, Easter eggs that people will find in the game?
Well, we don't really have what we call Easter egg, but we definitely want to promote exploration, and we have gorgeous, beautiful levels, environment, different type of environments, as you can see in the background. So a lot of replay value between the different classes, and like I say, a lot of beautiful graphics, intense destruction as well. So this is really where we wanted to focus the game. We didn't want to go too crazy on too many different, you know um, gameplay or interaction. We really wanted to focus on making a very intense bullet hell first person shooter, from the ground up. So
Right.
dedicated for VR only, so.
Got it. And so what is the goal at the end? Whether is it different playing co-op versus playing single player? What is the ultimate goal at the end?
Well, the ultimate goal is, I would say beat the game. Difficulty increase dramatically as you're playing the game. So we really want it to be, the game. I don't know if it's gonna be just targeted casual gamers. I think the game is really gonna be targeting first-person shooters, hardcore gamers, people who really enjoy being challenged by enemies and being, surprised by a lot of environmental destruction and again the beautiful graphics, that we can, push thanks to the Unreal 4 engine is something that we really wanted to to play with. So but playing co-op is definitely something that can, I would say like any other type of game, but especially in this one, like the co-op experience is really something that we personally all enjoy. Like on the team, we just love playing a two-player. You can chat, you can bring new strategy and playing with the different classes and their own, I would say, unique abilities. You can also figure out the best strategy to defeat certain type of enemies. So yeah, very exciting for us, to be
Awesome.
finally sharing, our baby.
Well, it's going to come out on October 9th, and the game is complete now. Are you just kind of finalizing everything? Everything's locked down?
Yeah, we just, we still in debugging phase, right? We're in a phase where we're just making sure the game is going to run bug free, and the team has been working hard in pushing the visuals, and optimizing whatever we can optimize at this point. But yeah, like we said, we are 3 weeks, 3-4 weeks away from a release. So yeah, the game is really almost final at this point. So
That is awesome. Well, congrats to coming this far and having this game released, and it looks like it's going to be an amazing game. And I know that when
well, thank you
Andrea
very much.
joined in, she was like, this is pretty cool. Are there key things? I think you had mentioned when you were kind of testing it out. Can you heal your co-op person?
That's what
Yes,
That's
so
what
healing is part of some of the abilities depending on the classes.
Ah,
You can buff your teammates, you can heal, you have finishing moves, so what we call surge attacks, which are some kind of ultimate powers, so each class has its own unique power. Mm, what else? You have tethers, so a lot of different things to explore for the players, and really going through the game and trying different classes. I think most players will find their best class, their best top, uh, experience in a way that matches what they, their play style. So
when you say finishing move, I definitely want to see some of those. Like, is that kind
yeah,
of
the
like?
finishers.
Yeah, well, because I'm thinking of like Mortal Kombat, like, that
Oh, yeah.
last move before you actually make that kill. Is there like a special, you know?
We'll call. I mean, hopefully, when we play later on, when we demo the game, you'll have a chance to see some of these. Hopefully.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the game? Just in general, music, art, direction? I mean, because it looks beautiful. I'm just looking at it.
Yeah, I think hopefully players will be, very happy and satisfied with the graphics. Like we say, Unreal is an amazing engine to push that AAA quality, but we are also promoting definitely in this game a lot of destruction, environmental destruction. You can blow up certain type of covers. You can blow up part of the environment. Enemies will just, like explode in pieces, and so it's really pushing that we're in 2018, so we want to make a game that will feel like like aligned with the type of game you can see on regular consoles or PC game, so
Yes.
we believe the game is gonna shine in that matter, so we're very happy about it.
So since this is going to be offered on Oculus and Vive and PSVR,
Yes.
so if I have only PSVR, I can play with someone on the Oculus, like it's
Crossplay.
like
No, we don't
cross-platform.
have
Okay.
cross-platform. And I would say I know more and more players want this, but like you say, we also have a console release, and some of the manufacturers are not always keen on sharing this kind of
I
cross-platform
know, it
experience.
kills me. I hate the fact that
I
we
know
can't do that.
we try, to be honest with you, we try, but it's not up to us in that in that way. So
Yeah. Okay. Totally understandable. All right. And I think so. You're actually doing something with Intel right now, and we're kind of involved in that. If you wanna.
yes, so we had a partnership with Intel. Well, really, it's the idea of promoting the i7. So the game will run perfectly on computer like i5, but the i7 is really going to be enhancing the destruction, the particle, all the nice VFX you can see the game really going to be enhanced thanks to that partnership, you know. So
That's awesome.
the immersion will be a little bit greater in that case, you know.
Yes. And for those that are actually watching and listening, that giveaway is actually available on Intel's site. We're actually giving away a full Area-51 rig with monitor, keyboard, and mouse. And it's not just the i7, it is an i9, believe it or not.
Yeah,
It is
badass,
It is
badass.
an i9 with a 1080. Sorry, I couldn't get the RTX new card, but it's with the 1080.
Oh, trust me,
And-
even with the 1080, the game is gonna look, it's gonna fluid, beautiful, and yeah,
Yes.
don't worry
Yeah.
about this.
No, it's definitely going to be ready for VR, so that's going to be a pretty sweet rig. So I encourage everyone to enter.
Exactly.
That is awesome.
Do it.
Yes.
It's a good deal.
It is. It's going to be up for a couple of weeks, so if you guys definitely check it out. So I think
Can we participate, by the way?
we cannot. I would love to win that rig. I don't have.
I would love to win that. I would love to win that war machine. You know.
It's definitely a good, solid machine.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else that you'd like to let us know about the game?
What's the link?
No, I think at this point it's the best will be once we start playing. Hopefully, people will enjoy, you know, what they see and get a better experience, and we can still chat about what we'll see and play. You know, so.
Okay. All right, great. So I think what we'll do is we will jump on. We'll have some gameplay.
Yeah.
And I think you, Seb, will be joining Anna Marie, doing some co-op
Yeah.
play?
Yes, we're gonna play together.
Okay, awesome. All right.
And,
Okay, let's
so
jump
let's
on.
do this.
Let's do
All
that.
right. See you guys then.
Okay.
My hair. I hate being a girl.
Do you want the headphones so you can hear?
I wish I could take off these.
Oh, you want me to recalibrate? Yeah, we need to use Now we're gonna be hearing the. Okay, so what do? I gotta.
Do they know I can hear them?
Yeah. Is this one? Huh?
You can hear them?
I don't see.
Well, I keep forgetting there's this one.
You see? Press on it. Okay.
Okay,
thank you.
so we are, we're in. Just so Seb knows, everyone can hear you and Anna Marie on the stream.
All right.
So don't be saying anything crazy.
Hello, Anne-Marie, can you see me? Hello. Wave your hands. So you chose your class already?
Yes.
So I'll be choosing the engineer. Are we good? You can launch anytime you're ready.
Okay. Oh, I forgot the headsets and the mic. Mic's in the headset, you know, whatever. Wait. Well, I know Mitch.
You can launch, yeah.
Just figure it out as we go.
All right.
I did do the tutorial, but that doesn't mean I remembered it. So I apologize now.
That's fine. I'll help you out. I'll stay behind you so I can help you.
Okay. There we go. Oh, my eyes are so dry.
The Optera have attacked.
Oh my.
If you cannot secure the area, we
So
will
as you can
require
see, we got
several
full
days.
body avatars, so
doing
we
so
matching the
will
size
Oh my
of
gosh,
the
I am
players.
so short.
Yeah, so I can crouch like this if you want. All right.
Yeah.
So you want to
They're
go?
matching
You want to
it.
go first?
That's funny. That's hilarious.
No fear.
All right. So remember, you can use the tether. There you go. You good.
Okay, take outpost. Okay. Good thing I'm short. I can now hide behind things easier. Oh my god, it's hot.
You can use the cover. All right. So
Where is that coming from?
So you're gonna see we have a mix of ground and flying enemies. There you go. So you just grab an upgrade. Some of the covers are destructible.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So can be.
Yep. I assume that was you.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me. That
Okay.
was me. All right. So as you can see,
Oh wow.
some of the covers can be partially destroyed. You know. You'll see during the fights, you can have great moments where fighting along, you know, your teammate and seeing a lot of explosions around, particle effects. So
Alert. Paragorn inbound. Prepare for combat.
Oh my god, this is so cool. Why do I recognize this girl's
So-
voice?
So since you're 5, you say, right? 5 feet tall. You're gonna see if you actually get a chance to get close to those enemies. You're gonna feel how massive they look, you know, in VR. It's pretty satisfying. So pretty scary as well.
Alright, I'll see if I can get a little bit closer. Don't mind me. Okay, he is really tall. Yeah.
So you can see some of the covers can be destroyed, like that enemy that I'm shooting up there. It's behind cover.
There's no friendly fire?
No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry.
That's what I want to make sure.
I have written a gate override. It is only 2 million lines of code, but took me 15 seconds. Next time, I will do better. You can deploy the hack with your tether.
So far, so good. Oh, we got a wave of new enemies over there.
The gate is down. You may proceed.
Oh, helpful, yeah. That's nice.
So you're healing right now. So once you grab those healing capsules, if you want, you know, you can drop them directly on the ground. So it can be handy if you want to help your teammate actually heal.
Hey, we were talking,
Enemies don't wait.
right? What? No, that was me.
So look, the engineer has a tether that allows him to slam enemies all over the place, you know. So each class has its own individual and unique abilities, and the engineers has disabilities. So she's quite a cool class to play with. So
I love that. I don't know why.
so this is a new class of enemy. Those are called the bombers.
Don't let them get close, is what I'm hearing.
Exactly, and you're gonna see another version which is more like the explosive version. So if they get too close to you, they will eventually explode. So far you've seen ground enemies. Now we're introducing to flying enemies as well.
Oh, no pressure.
And so you're gonna start getting a sense of what we call bullet hell.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
So you're gonna have to dodge and evade, right?
Bullet hell.
Bullet hell. So when you see the skull icon, it's a finisher, so you can use the
There's
tether
definitely
on
no
your
time to
shield to
take a
finish
break
an
over
enemy.
here.
Oh, okay. That's what that is.
I think we cleared that wave now. Okay. So as you can see through the lighting, the skybox, and the environment itself, you know, like we're really promoting the beautiful graphics enabled by Unreal.
This is cool. This is really
can
actually
do-
cool.
I have scanned the area ahead, and the Optera appears to have set up a kill box.
Let's go.
There is a 17% chance you can survive if you
Wait,
reach
the
the
grass
lower
is taller
platform.
than I am. What is this
Good luck.
difference?
You're like a little mini-me version of yourself.
This is very believable.
Yeah.
There you go.
Boom.
Just gonna get in on that. Yep. By the way, Winnie, free roam is best.
Yeah.
All right,
okay,
we got
good to
new
know.
sets of enemies here. So you can also hold down the trigger if you want to create charge shots. Exactly. So you can have a more powerful projectiles coming out of your gun.
Where is Seb? Where are you? Right
So
next to
I'm
her?
about to trigger my special attack. So you see my shield turn yellow,
Yes.
which means like my special attack is ready. So I'm gonna trigger it, and now I got like a, you know, I'm overpowered right now, pretty much. Are you doing good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just like, this is really cool. This is what I want from VR games, you know?
So the other beauty of playing in VR is that you can perform some really badass gesture with your weapon and really shoot gangster style, you know, and really enjoy the environment, crouch behind covers, block from one side and shoot from the other. So you can really have a lot of, you know, agency as a player. So it feels very exciting.
Don't worry, I'm in relation to the. Oh, I'm over here. I was facing the wrong way.
Ah, don't worry. I'm waiting for you.
Okay. I can't figure it.
All right. Let's keep going. You're doing good so far. Pretty
Trying
good.
not to embarrass myself. That's my goal in life.
Nah. You're doing perfectly good.
That makes me nervous.
I am detecting a large group of reinforcements heading for your location.
So we're gonna have large group of reinforcement. Whoop, boom.
There we go. Oh, very
Oh, we
nice.
got enemies coming from the left.
Okay.
You get a bunch of enemies coming from the left. Be careful.
There's a health over here.
And there are bombers behind you.
Oh, God.
So these ones will try to get very close to you and explode. So there you go. You don't want to let them get too close.
Oh, my health is already. We're just gonna.
This is pretty intense. Just watching, it's
It
intense.
is.
Should have saved for
The
him.
Altera has sent in a command and control unit. Destroy it.
Let me just.
So this enemy has a shield. So the shield will go from one enemy to another. So you gotta shoot when the shield is down.
I don't really have to crouch. This is great.
I got my special
Go for
on.
it.
Keep shooting it. We're almost there. Good job. We got him.
Holy crap.
It's a finishing move.
Secure. Thank
Yeah,
you for saving
and
me
that's
from
the end of the
being
demo.
That looked like a
You
bug.
may return to the hangar.
That was a giant bee.
Yeah, it
Like,
totally looks like a bug.
Yes.
That was so cool.
Like,
Please stay in the. Oh wow, I'm really close to the table, aren't I? Or just take a step back.
wow.
That's cool. So when will this game be coming out?
October 9th is when it's releasing.
Crap. Okay, so a while.
So what class did you choose?
The one that had the bullet that looked like it was an assault class. I'll show you.
Secure from FTL. Deactivating hibernation pod.
So I'm back. Sorry.
Identify your
Can you hear
hangar.
me?
Yes.
All
At
right.
least
Sweet.
it will be easy to find cover.
So what did you think?
That was so cool.
We loved it. We thought it was awesome.
Do you shoot with your right hand or left hand?
Was it helpful playing co-op? Did you kind of? Because I think this is the first time that we've actually done any co-op play.
I've never
In
played
VR?
gun club
Yeah.
games.
This is the
Nice.
hangar where you can select
Yeah.
your class and test their abilities in the shooting range.
Yeah, you were the striker. I was the engineer. So what are your thoughts? Did you have fun? Did you feel like what we call the bullet hell? Did you feel that?
Yes.
And have a devastating
What
survival.
difficulty is this defaultly on right now?
We have one set of difficulty pretty much. So the game will really the difficulty ramp up, progressively as you play, obviously. So the early mission will be a little bit more accessible than the last few ones. But as you can see, even through the demo, we're introducing a lot of different enemies. We got way more in the in the release game. So you'll discover so many different type of enemies. Some of them are very challenging and they require a lot of strategy, or it's really something we want to promote. Like we aim more on the content side to provide players with a lot of variety of enemies, and so it's something we're very happy with. And there's a lot of difficult composition that you'll have to face off, as you're moving forward. So pretty excited.
That's really cool.
You should try survival mode. I'm curious as to what that looks like. Is that like just insane?
Yeah.
Survival mode?
So
survival mode.
So the survival mode is a series of waves. It's when you play solo, it's quite a tough challenge. I want
Where do I go to do that?
to be really challenging you.
Where is
But
survival
yeah.
mode? Where can we launch that?
I can see my
The full game. In the full
It's in the full game. So the build you
Oh, the build that we have is okay.
yeah, you won't have this one available in that build. Sorry, it's something that will be released along with the regular campaign.
Okay, got it. What are you looking on the floor? I can see your feet. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you want to try one other, like surgeon or the other one? I don't know which one you actually tried before.
well, I think
So-
surgeon would be good for a team player.
Yeah, surgeon. Also, the rate of fire is actually pretty cool. When you start like leveling up, he's got some really cool weaponry. So, and the surgeon is actually quite good to when you play in co-op, because you can buff the health level of your teammates. So you can pretty much revive them, and he's got some cool finishers as well. So, really nice projectiles. Also, it's pretty cool.
Ooh, we should try surgeon then.
What time is it?
We've got like 20 minutes, so we've got time to do one more session.
Yeah, and it'll be nice to try for you to guys see how you can handle even the demo.
Yeah. Okay, she's going into this one as a
I'm just
surgeon.
trying to figure out where I am in relation to start, because I get all turned about.
You're good.
So-
You're facing me.
The warden has a larger shield, so he's got more the kind of shotgun type, so larger shield, so you can pretty much absorb or cover more room, when you're facing those projectiles. But as you can see, yeah, this is the surgeon. It's pretty cool. I think we love all classes. I won't lie to you. We just they all bring their own unique components. So we definitely encourage players to try them all, and appreciate them,
I hear one. Where are you?
Oh, I'm not in it right now. You back on your home.
You're on your own there.
Oh no, I mean. I
Yeah, you
heard-
back on your home.
Sorry, I heard an enemy and I didn't know where he was.
Okay. Okay. I'm actually watching you live, just like the audience, so. But as you can see, hopefully, through the video, it's graphics are gorgeous, and again, like Unreal 4 is such a great engine to promote these kind of beautiful visuals, and you can see the VFX, all the particle effect, everything is really enhanced, especially on the i7 right now, so pretty gorgeous. So.
I like how you like blow the bodies up and they just like fly through the air. It's like just
Yeah,
kaboom!
still burning. They're still burning pieces, so yeah. And so the demo is promoting, I would say, I think 4 or 5 different type of enemies, if I recall. But like we say, we have a few more, to discover as you play the game. So
Would this title be something that fall into esports for VR? Just wondering, it's co-op or as a challenge or survival, kind of like is there a timer that like if you ran through that, you can?
So right now currently we don't have any plans for such thing. But if you ask most of the team, it's kind of it's a secret dream that everyone shares. We hope that people will dig it so much that eventually we'll start seeing esports or things like that.
Okay. I mean, how do you guys, when you're playing internally with each other, like is it like how many kills, or is it like what's the top thing that
Yeah.
you guys compare with each other?
Yeah, usually I would say it's based on the amount of kills. Like we like to go in the very few last missions, which are very, very challenging, and we're trying to not only get the most kill, but also I would like to survive, right? Because you'll see, but when you get by the end of the game, it's the game starts getting tougher and tougher, which is what we were looking for, like incrementing the challenge. But yeah, lots of enemies coming from the ground, the air, and lots of different kind of projectiles. You see so these enemies, when they're shooting from a distance, you can see the projectiles are actually bouncing on the ground, which make them very deadly, because even though they're not directly shooting at you, the projectile can bounce and hurt you as also. So a lot of variety in the type of projectiles and the way the AI is going to be outsmarting you or trying to outsmart you, so.
Is there any like robotic companion that you can gain in the game as far as like a helper or anything?
So the helper is so we have an AI, which is called Adele in the game.
Good luck.
It's our writer did an excellent job giving a lot of personality to that AI. Pretty much that AI is frustrated with humans, so it's gonna be a lot of fun hearing what the Adele has to say sometime. But yes, so we have a way to indicate, what's happening in the story through that AI, and also through playing the missions, right? The players will discover and unfold a little bit more about the story, what happened and why it happened. So.
Gotcha. So are all of the missions outdoor? Are any of them inside anywhere?
No, mostly they're outdoor. Well, we have so you'll see maybe in the background in the video that was rolling, you some underground, so what we call the bedrocks, which is those massive mountain-like trees. So it's not totally underground, because we need also to promote those flying enemies, which is a big part of the game, right? We just didn't want to be facing off ground enemies. We want to have air enemies as well. So most of the maps are going to be open. And to tell the truth, when you look at the background and the environment, we really had a nice art direction in making this kind of fantasy planet, and we wanted to promote these landscapes. So, we decided to keep it open, like you can see in the demo, for instance. So the player can enjoy those beautiful landscape and also be challenged more from the air as well.
Gotcha. You're doing really well.
Yeah, you're doing pretty
Emily's
good.
really
You're
good at
pretty badass.
shooters. She loves shooters, so this is right
So
up her alley.
your shield turned yellow, which means your ultimate is ready.
Oh, you have an ultimate. Go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Use your
if you
ultimate.
bring them over your shoulders, you can actually trigger your ultimate. But you might want to actually keep it for the right moment.
Yeah,
as well,
she's holding on to it. She knows.
Exactly,
She's not
I can
gonna
tell.
waste it.
But no, you gotta be aware that eventually, if you get shot at a few more times, you might actually lose it. So you might have to, you might not completely lose it. Don't worry, but you will still have. Oh, you see, you just lost it because you got shot. So
What?
eventually, it's something that you're gonna need to refill. It's back online now. You see?
Ah, why can't I shoot? Oh, I have to hold.
Yeah. So you better wait for the last stand.
Gosh.
So we have different, in between combat, we also have a few moments where the player will have to hack or interact, deactivate barrier, carry over a few pieces of equipment like keys or important items that are related to the story. Definitely, we wanted to promote that tether, from the shield. Because it's such a unique gameplay, such a unique concept, having not only a weapon in your hands, but also that shield. You can do some really cool, gesture where you can block on your left and shoot on the right, so a lot of interesting potential with these two combined.
Wow. Are these robots kind of based off of like insects or aliens? Like
Yeah.
what was the background behind them?
Yes, the background was mostly bugs, insects, and we wanted to give them this kind of a robotic/organic look. We thought it was going to be interesting, so that's why you see bipeds, you see flying. Some of them are mosquito inspired. Some of them are
Hate mosquitoes.
wasp. Yeah, wasp inspired. So we don't have mosquito in that demo, but it's one type of enemy that you'll be facing along the story. And just like you say, you hate mosquito. They're quite challenging, as you will see. So
Yeah.
I don't think anyone likes mosquitoes in general.
Is there
The
like,
bombers, yeah.
is there, as the game progresses, is there like like a, what do you call it, queen bee, or the main mother or father of the colony?
So you're not that far. You're not that game, but you'll be facing, like I say, a large, up until the final boss, which is not too far to what you just described. But I don't want to spoil it too much. So
Okay,
yes,
alright.
the answer is
There
yes.
is
You'll have
something
all
bigger.
kind of size.
Okay.
Yes, there's something way bigger coming at you.
And kill that wasp.
Yeah, kill it.
Creatures.
Make sure you're shooting it when the shield is down.
Yeah. If you do
Oh.
shoot within the shield, do you hit yourself? Like it
No,
kind of
it won't
ricochets?
bounce back.
Okay.
No, it won't ricochet back at you. There's already so many projectiles you have to dodge and it tried to evade. We didn't want to be too harsh with the players, so
Thank you for saving me from
Did you
imminent
do it? You
destruction.
did it!
You may return to the
almost there, almost there.
She did
Oh,
it.
now you can use your ultimate now.
I got too
So if
scared.
The
If
ultimate,
you
she
bring
didn't
your
use
two
it.
weapons over your shoulder, you can finish off like this.
Oh, she's done.
Yeah, you're almost done.
Did you
Good
break
job.
a sweat? Did you break a sweat?
My hands are sweaty.
Her hands are sweating.
Well, you can see what it feels to be shot from all directions, Now you understand the bullet hell definition.
Is it bullet hell? Bullet
It's a lot
hell.
harder by yourself compared to getting carried.
So it's better if you have someone
Friends.
playing with you. That's
Yeah.
good.
It helped, but you did great job. You went through the demo on your own.
Hey, Winnie.
Look at this, 121 kills.
We
Awesome.
got like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Yeah, one more. One more. I think you should try a different.
You should try, maybe you should try the, I would say the Warden. So you'll see the size of the shield, you'll see the pop shots also, so it's gonna feel a bit different as well.
Okay.
This is the hangar, where you can select a class and test their abilities in the shooting range. Armed with plasma grenades, a shotgun blaster.
So if when it comes out officially with the multiplayer online, how many players is that going to be able to support?
So it's always two
It's
players
always two
co-op.
players, okay.
Yes, two
So
player
you just got to
co-op.
match up with someone in order to play. Okay.
Yes, hopefully you'll find enough people playing the game, That's what we hope. But we're pretty confident that, people will team up randomly and just enjoy the fun. And with the voice chat, it's quite convenient. So you'll be able to, to find the right person to play with you. So.
Okay.
410, it's actually an advantage in this 10. You're gonna be able to, not have to crouch behind covers. You can dodge bullets easily, and it's a good deal. Good deal. So you see the Warden has a larger shield, and the
Oh.
weaponry are a bit different. So
Yeah, it's a wider shield, it looks like.
yeah,
It's like half my body.
Yeah. It comes with a different gun. Right, gun.
Oh, what? This whole time? Didn't know.
Are there grenades
yeah,
that
you
you can get? Grenades in order to throw
no,
over? No.
no, we don't have grenades. We really wanted to keep the focus on the, the tether and the gun. So no, there's no grenade. And the guns are powerful enough to blow up some of the covers and enemies. So yeah, we really stick to the core mechanic of the first-person shooting, experience. There you go. You holding the shield sideways. Badass.
Gonna be a pro at this, Santa.
You see the particle and the VFX are also very to every tether, so they will look and behave differently depending on the class. One thing also is the shield is a good visual indicator on the state, right? So as you could see before, when your ultimate is ready, the shield will turn yellow. The same way, when your health drops to a very critical level, the shield will turn completely red. So even if you're not directly paying attention to your health level, the shield being the thing you see the most on screen, right, will indicate you your level of the health, you know, as a reminder. So
So like how all those particles just blow up.
Ready.
You opted not to show blood in this.
no, yeah,
It is a
we show
team-rated
blood.
game, yes.
Exactly.
Team-rated
We-
so everyone can play and enjoy blowing up things.
And you know, although it's always satisfying to see blood splatter flying all over the place, you know, games, you know, we wanted to, you know, to keep the focus on really that kind of sci-fi look, and you know, the enemies being not like not being human. Sorry, it's you know, we wanted to keep that robotic feel, you know, when you shoot
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
So
That's true. They
We
wouldn't have
decided-
blood. They're robots.
yeah, we decided to go more with the you see showing like multiple burning pieces, you know, as they explode. We thought it was actually more satisfying than some kind of greenish or brownish blood, you know.
Right,
that
right.
could have looked weird, you know. So
You gotta charge up that shield. I wanna know what it does.
there you go. If you press down the trigger on your shield, you can also tether the enemies as you're shooting.
There is a 17%
So if you pretty much
and survival
hold down the
control.
button on your shield, instead of holding the shield, you're gonna use the tether to grab your enemies as well.
Oh.
Yeah. So the shield has multiple purposes, pretty much. You're doing good. Should have hired you for playtest, you know, early on.
I'm available 7 days a week.
Well, you guys can swing by Vancouver anytime you want, you know.
I don't know, Winnie, do you think we need to make a field trip?
I don't know. We need to talk to some people in order to
With
make that
my
happen.
Yeah.
manager, Winnie, who's the director of, you know,
We need to talk to
all
people.
things.
Talk to people first.
Yes, we
But
need to-
here, you know, you guys will be welcome anytime you want to swing by. So
That's awesome.
just so you
It's
know.
like if we happen to be in the neighborhood, you know, we'll go by.
So as you can see, the with the warden, you not that you don't have to dodge that much, but the side of the shield allows you to remain behind cover a little bit longer without risking to get hit by a bullet, you know, a projectile. So we wanted to get that sense compared to the striker, for instance. She's faster. She's more like the, you know, versatile in a way. She can navigate faster and dodge a little bit more the bullets. But her shield is really tiny compared to this one. This one is more like the grunt. So when you play co-op, whoever holds the, you know, whoever picks the warden is a good support player, because you can really get close, you know, into close quarter combat, you know, and approach the enemies from, you know, from the front, while maybe your teammate with another class can actually shoot them from a distance. So it's a great combination to have.
So you're kind of like the front runner to attack.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, you can even, you know, protect your friend, right? If they stay close, you know, over the shoulder kind of thing. So it's pretty good.
Yeah. This is definitely the fighter player.
Yeah, it's the kind of a
Ooh, you
person
got it
running
charged
in.
up. Come on, let's see it. Let's see it.
What?
You got it charged up. Your shield.
Oh, I'm saving it for the fight.
Oh man.
And so as you leveling up, so as you collecting those yellow capsules, if you want, it's also increasing the fire rate and the firepower of your gun, of your weapon. So now she's shooting the equivalent of 5 projectiles at once, which is at the beginning, at the very start, when you kind of level 1.
I am detecting a large group of reinforcements heading for your location. Find cover.
He's gonna use it.
She,
He's gonna use
she
it.
really wants to use it.
Yeah.
She knows what's coming next, so smart decision.
What is coming?
Almost there.
Who's the big enemy?
See- The wasp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our friendly mother wasp.
Yeah. There you go. Press on your trigger. Press the trigger on your shield. You can hold
I'm pressing the trigger on the shield. Press the trigger on the shield.
on the shield. Yeah.
Use it as a blade, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Destroy it.
It's done.
Yeah. There's a little delay
So when
on
you
the stream.
when you see the skull icon, so that's a finisher. If you press the trigger on your shield, you can use the tether to actually pull the core out of your enemies and completely kill them this way.
I just kill him so fast.
Because you're just so powerful.
Yeah, it's a powerful weapon, especially at close range. So we try to balance it in such a way that when you play in close range, it's gonna be very deadly. While at a distance, obviously it's not the optimal weapon. But that being said, you're still gonna be able to defeat all kind of enemies with this gun. So.
Oh, that mother wasp.
Yeah, kill it.
Ooh. What is that? You're just dropping
Yeah,
this.
grab the
here,
core,
Grab it.
yeah.
Grab the core.
Grab the core, you're gonna level up.
Grab the core. Get in there. Don't be afraid. You've got a shield. You've got a shield.
You're good now. You did it 3 times now.
Come
You're
on, come on,
good.
You can do it. You can do it.
Base secure. Thank you for saving me
Ba-bam.
from the
Oh. Did it. Did it. Complete. Wow, 83 kills.
I got less than the last
And no deaths. See, you didn't even die. That's awesome.
3 for 3.
Yep. I think this is way too easy for her. We're gonna,
Yeah, I think so.
we're
Definitely, you're gonna have to play the full game, if you want to
Yeah.
get some more challenge.
We're good. We're good.
Wait, I have to wrap this up.
Okay, well, wow, we ran 3 rounds of that, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was
Different every
awesome.
time, too.
Yeah, it's a little different. Okay, so thank you, Seb, for sharing this with us.
Well,
this
my
is-
pleasure. No worries.
Yes.
Thank you for having us live. It was great.
Yes. So this will be out October 9th for Oculus Rift and PSVR. It's co-op, online, multiplayer, single player, lots of fun.
Yes.
And
On the Vive as well.
yes, on the Vive
Rift,
as well.
Vive. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Rift, Vive, and PSVR.
And PSVR.
PlayStation.
Yes.
So this is going to be lots of fun. And don't forget, guys, we all are having that Area-51 rig giveaway with Evasion, Intel, and it's also on Arena for no matter where you go, you will find it. And sign up and win because it is an amazing rig. It has the i9 processor with a 1080 and the monitor, keyboard, and mouse. So this is like a really great giveaway that we are providing with Evasion. So make sure you sign up right away.
The game's gonna look pretty badass on this computer. So.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's going to be pretty
The
awesome.
lucky winner.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you again, Seb, for joining us. Hopefully we'll be able to maybe play this again after it launches so we can get like the full version, get the full experience, and maybe unlock some other things that we have not seen today.
Exactly. 3 more weeks.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you so much.
Everyone,
Thank you so much.
guys, and we'll see you next time on VR for the Win. Thanks, bye.